Good day everyone, this is Alvin again from the Philippines and welcome to my final prediction for Mister Supranational 2024. Welcome. Oh my gosh, we're here. One day left and we will be crowned actually later tonight, if I got it correctly. Yes, later tonight, Poland time, we will already be crowning the new Mister Supranational, and I am super excited. And to be honest, I love this batch very much for both Miss and Mister. It's so challenging to pick the top 20 alone and even ranking them. So I will be applying what I have done before in this leaderboard. I will be naming my top 20 still, so there's nothing to worry about. They will still be ranked, but as I give my commentaries, I will be giving as well my winners circle, which means regardless of the ranking that I have with them in this leaderboard, the one who will get my winners circle crown, it only means that they are also someone that I expect to see winning tonight. So let's begin, because there's 20 men that we will be talking about. So here are my final prediction for Mister Supranational 2024. Starting with my number 20, Poland. Patryk Arbowski. Poland is one of the best faces of this batch. I just love his energy and he was just so adorable even in the preliminaries. Although the performances that he gave isn't really the kind of performance that we wanted to see, but he was just so adorable. And one of the best faces, as what I've said, is very handsome. So I'd say he's worthy of getting a placement in the top 20. Number 19, Nepal. 𝐷𝐷𝐾𝐍𝐀. Nepal has been gaining momentum recently and has given solid performances at the preliminaries. So I think with everything that we've seen from him, he deserves at least a first cut placement. 18. Jamaica. Jermaine Harris. Jamaica is one of the silent contenders of this batch. His prelims were quite good and he is an excellent speaker too. So considering all this plus his likability factor, I don't think Jamaica would be ignored and will be rewarded with a top 20 spot or even more. Number 17, Indonesia. Nathaniel Christopher. I really do appreciate Indonesia because he's always trying his hardest in all rounds of the competition, and I can really see and appreciate his effort. Although there were so many strong contenders this year, but he still keeps on fighting and continuously gives a solid performance. And he may enter the top 10 with the superfan vote because he's got solid supporters. But based on merit, I believe he is worthy of qualification. Number 16, Sierra Leone. Uthman Isa Bangura, one of the great performers of the preliminaries, and I have always been a fan of his energy and vibe. I think there's no doubt that he will be making the first cut, so I am excited for him, especially if he will go farther than this spot. If he may go top 10 or top 5, I would be cheering for Sierra Leone because amazing. I like him very much. Number 15, Dominican Republic. Bray Vargas, one of my personal favorites. He is very charismatic and he delivered strong performances at the preliminaries as well. I am just so proud of his transformation journey in this pageant, and even if he is only 15 in my list, as what you can see, I actually have him in my winners circle. There's something about him that's extremely likable, and as what I have said, I have seen so many behind the scene clips that showed his amazing character as a person. So he's not just a performer, but he's also an amazing man. So he's in my winner circle, so well done to Dominican Republic. Number 14, Czech Republic. Adam Cedro. Let me start by saying that I really love Czech Republic, especially on a physical aspect. I think he is serving winner material, and that's why he's also on my winner circle. If purely based on the preliminaries, I actually do not see him advancing to the top 10 or top 5. However, I see him finishing in the top 10 if he will be able to improve his walk. And he is quite good at speaking too, based on the super chat performance that he gave. So I would say if he just improved on everything that we have noted, the walk and the presentation, I believe he could go very, very far, even as far as top 5 or even win. And that's also the reason why I have him as my winner circle, because I was a little bit disappointed with the preliminaries, but who knows, he may change and improve all of it. And if he do so, I do see him really going really, really far. Number 13, Colombia. Rafael, one of the biggest surprises of the preliminaries. I am so proud of Colombia for doing incredibly well, and his performances, I believe, are enough to get a spot in the finals. I can also see him going as far as top 10. He's got a strong stage presence, and that is going to be one of his major assets. Number 12, Brazil. Matheus Maia. Brazil is a very likable candidate, and he is definitely the one to watch out for. His performance at prelims were quite decent, but I think he can do better, and he could still improve those. I am actually quite nervous for Brazil, because if he improves his performances tonight, he can really go as far as top 5, and his public speaking skills is quite strong too, and he can speak English fluently. So watch out for Brazil, especially if he goes far into the top 5. Number 11, Mexico. Z Tza. Mexico was one of the men who stole my heart during the preliminaries. His performances were too strong and too good. I'm absolutely sure that he would make it in the top 20, and I can also see him going far into the top 10, and I would be very happy if he do so. Now let's go to my next cut of the competition, my top 10. Starting with my number 10, Haiti Adas Agustin. Haiti is one of the potential spoiler and game changer. His preliminary performances was definitely something that we could call as one of the top-notch performances at the preliminaries alone. It would be fascinating if we see Haiti going very far after all that we've seen. He really deserved it, and based on merit, he could actually be one of the top 5 spoilers too. Number 9, Lao Sonon Manon, also in my winner's circle. I think there's no surprise anymore that Laos is in my winner's circle. He's extremely handsome. His prelim performances was unbelievably strong. He is very charismatic, and it is quite impressive to see a strong representative from Laos that is well-rounded in terms of beauty, performance, and public speaking. Number 8, the Netherlands. 𝐂𝐍𝐷, also in my winner's circle. One of my personal favorites to win. He made me so proud with his preliminary performance, and Netherlands haven't won Mister Supranational yet. So it would be incredible to see them win with 𝐂𝐍, because he looked very handsome too, and I could actually imagine his face lining up as one of the winners of Mister Supranational. If ever he enters top 10 or top 5, he just needs to give a much better performance than what he gave at the finale of the Super Chat, because I didn't like it that much. He speaks very well at the early rounds of the Super Chat, but I was missing the personality at his finale performance at the Super Chat. He was giving personality at the prelim based on performances, and I was loving it. I was living it, and I'm crazy for it. And that's the personality and energy that I would love to see if he gets the chance to hold that microphone. Number 7, Puerto Rico. Christian Gonzalez, also in my winner's circle. I love Puerto Rico very much. This is very personal, but let me just say that he is the sweetest candidate ever. I mean, he sent me a personal audio message saying thank you for many things, and I truly appreciate that. I'm not expecting anything, but it just felt amazing to be appreciated. So I'm reciprocating all the love for Puerto Rico, but this ranking isn't about that, because I've always loved Puerto Rico, and if you've been following me, you know that. And I've been very vocal that he is one of the most handsome candidates in this batch. And although I have my tiny criticism in my reviews for the preliminaries, with his hard work and determination, I am very positive that he'll give us one heck of a performance tonight that might actually give him a much higher placement than what I am giving him right now. Number 6, Thailand. Chonlawitwongthreewoor, also in my winner's circle. I was actually considering Thailand for a top 5 spot, because Considering the previous format of Mister Supranational, where all men that made it in the top 10 were given the opportunity to speak, I believe Thailand would nail it. Thailand is an impeccably strong and charismatic speaker, and with that, he could easily dominate this. Aside from that, I'm just in love with his energy, top-notch styling, and overflowing amount of confidence and performance. He may be sixth, but I can actually see Thailand winning as well, especially if he makes the top 5. Now let's go to my final 5, starting with my 4th runner-up, Peru, Joel Farach. For someone like Peru, who's very handsome and who's very charismatic and has all the qualities to be the next Mister Supranational, I really find it hard to imagine a top 5 without him in it. I'm just crossing my fingers that Peru continues to use his asset, which is his charm and beauty, to lure all of us, especially the judges, to consider and put him in the top 5 because he truly deserves it. And with everything that we've seen so far, especially performance-based, I believe he could easily sail into the top 5. My 3rd runner-up goes to the Philippines, Brandon Espiritu, also my winner circle, being the strongest representative of the Philippines ever, in my opinion. To be honest, I would really go all out for Brandon. I don't want a top 20, I don't want a top 10, I need a top 5 spot for Brandon because he deserved it so much. He deserved it, he earned it, and all that he showed us is worthy of it. He gave us a solid, strong performance at the preliminaries. He's one of the best faces in the competition. His body looked amazing, and watch out, because with his strong speaking skills, especially with a powerful and extremely strong speech during the sashing ceremony, if he makes the top 5, we might actually have the first Mister Supranational from the Philippines. And that is why he is in my winning circle, because I can see him winning tonight. The 2nd runner-up goes to Spain, Alvaro Hermes, also in my winner circle. I love Spain and Alvaro so much. I mean, he just proved that there's no need to be pressured in taking a back-to-back win. All you need to do is just perform and deliver, and that's what he did. I don't know what the judges thinks, but I'm really dying to see Spain in the top 5 tonight. He looked very handsome. Mike, as I've said before in my review, my Ken doll of this batch. His performance was the best. He can speak very well, and he's got a very strong resume as well as a plastic surgeon. Definitely, considering everything, he is a winning material in all aspects. So a back-to-back is definitely possible. My 1st runner-up goes to South Africa, 𝐒𝐔𝐑, another winner circle as well, of course, 1st runner-up. What makes me super happy about South Africa's participation is that we may actually have our first black winner and first Mister Supranational from the African region tonight. And with everything that Dr. 𝐒𝐔𝐑 has shown all throughout the duration of the competition, that is very possible. He was first runner-up at Mr. World, which was an impeccable achievement on its own already, and I would say he just gave a winning performance at this competition too. Aside from that, he speaks very well, and he is a medical doctor. I mean, what else can we ask for? This guy is everything. And imagine seeing him win tonight. He would be raising the standard for Mister Supranational, not only for the next batch, but for the future batches as well. But my winner for Mister Supranational 2024 is, my dear, Venezuela, Marco de Freitas. Based on the preliminaries, I believe Venezuela just gave his winning performance. What's even interesting is that Venezuela actually went viral before the competition because he was serving at the church, and now here he is nailing and dominating the Mister Supranational preliminary performances in the entire competition. It was effortlessly strong. He looked extremely handsome, and what I love about him is that tremendous amount of consistency in the competition. The fact that he served in church speaks so much of his value and character. And we know how much value, character, respect, and attitude matters so much at Mister Supranational. He also have done different social works, and everything that I've seen from him is definitely what I want for our next Mister Supranational. He also speaks very well. And to be honest, I have loved William Badel before, but I believe that Marco is like the perfect representative of Mister Supranational Venezuela that they've sent to Mister Supranational. I mean, Marco got everything. And I would be very pleased if one of my winners circle tonight, but I would be very, very proud if Venezuela takes it home. He truly deserved it. And that's it. This is my final prediction for Mister Supranational 2024. I'm thinking to do a live reaction tonight. I don't remember doing any live reaction for Mister Supranational, but I might be doing it tonight because I've loved so many candidates this year. Same with Miss Supranational too. So if I am not giving any updates on my Instagram tonight, that only means I'm doing live reaction. So that's it. This is my final prediction. So as what I've said earlier, I really wanted to know your thoughts about my ranking, my leaderboard, and who's your top 5 too. Please post them in the comment section. So don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.